There are many bells and whistles for online teaching. I mean, there are chats and polls and breakouts and the like. But you know what the biggest tool that you have, and you shouldn't forget, it's yourself. It's yourself, because you actually bring a personality, and that personality brings energy. So bringing your personality, something that is special about you, your humanity, brings your students into the classroom with you. And that's what you want to be able to ultimately stimulate. Also, part of your personality is being transparent with your students about the challenges you're facing, either in the particular subject matter or in the Zoom aspect of it, but also with the plan that you're setting out. And the more transparent you are about that, the more they're going to believe in what you're doing. Here's the other reminder. When it comes to bringing your personality, the normal way in which you get feedback is you're seeing your class and you're seeing their reactions. That's harder to do when you do it online. So it feels sometimes like one hand clapping, meaning that when you say something, you may not be getting the reaction that you expect. But over time, you can feel that reaction inherently, or see it in their nonverbals, or just understand that you're not going to get the same kind of feedback you normally do. When you do put out the energy, though, you'll likely get it back. And that's the goal of this. Bringing your personality brings them in, and ultimately brings more adrenaline into the experience for everyone. You also want to be able to personalize it for your students. So bringing your personality is one half of the equation. The other is, who are they? And knowing something about them, where they're from, where they're located, some particular expertise they have, and referencing that means a lot to students. So some way in which you can give the distinct feeling that you see them, you know who they are. What would be an example of that? You're doing a case, say, on an airline, and you have somebody who's worked in an airline, or somebody who's worked in operations, or somebody who's been a consultant and been on airlines all the time. Reference that person, or reference that group of people, the consultants that travel all the time. They'll feel like you're speaking to them. That's the way in which you want this to ultimately appear to them, that you are in relationship to each and every one of those students. And if you do that, you'll begin to build a community, and they'll appreciate it because they also may or may not know each other well. And the more in which you personalize it for them, the more in which they will feel more comfortable and more a sense of they're part of something larger than themselves, rather than being strangers. We'll go on to some of the more specific techniques you can use, but personality and personalizing, very important.